This movie is phenomenal. Phenomena, the 1985 artsy graphic classic from director Dario Argento. The plot. In a boarding school in Switzerland, Jennifer Corvino, played by Jennifer Connelly, has just come from America to take up some studies. She has a strange connection with insects that'll prove effective through her endeavors, such as there being a killer who has been stalking and killing people all around the area. Can she find the dead bodies and solve the investigation, or will she, like many others, be skewered with an interesting choice in weaponry? This movie is a haunting masterpiece. With a title like Phenomena, you'd figure ghosts or demons would be involved. Hell, even just a poltergeist of some sort. However, in true Argento fashion, this is a Giallo through and through. Often cited as Argento's favorite amongst his works, Phenomena is just a stunningly beautiful addition to his filmography that one can argue is one of his bests. The pacing is fast, the editing isn't choppy, the camera work and cinematography are perfection. The characters are memorable, the acting is actually pretty solid. For an Italian movie. The gore and effects are top-notch, the music is breathtaking in some parts, and kick-ass in others, and the film just works on pretty much all levels. Argento has always been great behind the camera. He has this visual storytelling style that is always crafty and very clever. It really shines through with this near 2-hour movie. If it suffered from tedious storytelling and pointless dialogue, it could have been a drag to get through. Thankfully, the works of Argento's stylistic appearance never disappoints. Well, unless you're Dracula 3D. That movie is bad just based on the trailers alone. One thing I will never understand is that if there is a killer out there and the whole school knows about it, why is the school not closed for the time being? Or at least heavily guarded. You can chalk it up to the dreamlike quality where things aren't rationalized. That is prevalent in a lot of Argento's films. But I, for one, don't sense that here too much, and see it more as a plot hole. Dreamlike qualities should be present through and through. But only during the dream sequences and few others does it really stand out. The rest you can tell Jennifer is lucid for. Speaking of Jennifer, she meets a character named Professor John McGregor, played by Donald Pleasance, who plays in a ton of John Carpenter movies. Who is not only awesome because he's played by Donald Pleasance, but because he has a monkey assistant named Inga. You see, he's a paraplegic in this movie, and has a device to point out whatever he needs, and Inga is able to get it. Too bad, Inga bit off Jennifer Connelly's finger right near the end of filming, and they rushed her to the hospital. Don't worry though, they got it reattached. Yes, that really happened. Anyway, there is a good reason why Professor McGregor is in the film. He studies insects and is able to figure out how long a body that was found has been dead for by the decomposition and the maggots and flies feasting on it alone. That was a really interesting scene, and he befriending Jennifer was a nice combo for their love of insects. Ew. Everyone does a great job acting. The dubbing isn't too bad actually either. I heard this was filmed in English and some parts were dubbed in Italian, which is quite the opposite of what usually happens. Something that's kind of bugs me. Get it? Bugs? Is that the eventual revealed killer gets his or her motives spilled on screen in the last 30 minutes or so. Then it becomes a survival slasher at that point. There were really no clues leading up to this, well, besides the lower camera angle that the killer runs at, but I don't want to get into any spoilers. Let's just say I thought it was Inga for a majority of the film. Which if it was, I wouldn't be too happy, because Inga's awesome. The gore, the effects, beheadings, stabbings, and some more. Not the goriest Argento film, but it's far from tame. The practical effects are decent. You can tell when it switches from the real head to a fake head, but I still appreciate the charm of it. During one scene where the flies swarm in front of a moonlit sky was actually done by using coffee grains and water and an additional helping of visual effects. Very clever. idea. The musical score / soundtrack. It is a compilation of instrumental music for the movie and songs for the movie. Claudio Simonetti and Goblin do wonders for this movie's music. The theme is pretty, yet dark. It's got a fantasy-esque quality to it that I loved. To name a couple, Iron Maiden and Motorhead both have songs in the soundtrack, and the rest of the rock tunes are awesome as well. It's a haunting, rocking, fun time while watching Phenomena. It's a masterful film. While some writing choices and surreal qualities either don't work or aren't as clever as made out to be, there is still a lot of fun to be had with this amazing movie. I actually can't wait to see this movie again. It's a mishmash of dreams and kills, music and rockin' tunes, and it's a pretty damn entertaining work of art. Overall, I give Phenomena a 4 out of 5. I'm Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below to leave comments and subscribe.